We have all heard this cliche about infidelity. Once a cheater, always a cheater. But is that really true? If somebody cheats, will it mean that they're always going to cheat in their marriage, in their relationship? Let's have this conversation. Guys, welcome back to our channel. I am Dorian and this is Not Easily Broken. The purpose of this channel is to add value to your life, your marriage, and your relationship through the content that we share on this channel. Now, if this is the type of content that you like, then please, by all means, consider subscribing to this channel. Like and share this video. Let's get right into it. Many couples are affected by infidelity. 21% of married men and around 15% of married women have cheated on their spouses, according to the General Social Survey at the University of Chicago. Now, it is worth exploring our belief about cheaters and their capacity to change. Because does once a cheater, always a cheater? Now, when we assume that once a cheater, always a cheater, we deeply underestimate people's ability to change. Yes, we do. First, let me say that we are not promoting cheating at all. We're not promoting shacking up. We are not promoting adultery, none of that stuff. But we cannot ignore the fact that a lot of people believe this is true, that once a cheater, always a cheater, right? But I believe it depends on many circumstances. Yes, I do believe that. And now let us look at a few of those circumstances. Number one, someone you are dating cheat on you. Now, if you're dating someone and they cheat on you, it is a clear sign that they were not serious about a long-term relationship, a long-term commitment. And here is why. Most people don't think dating is a commitment. And I really believe that dating is not really a commitment. It is the getting to know you phase. I believe that dating is about the information. It's getting the information about the person to see if that person fit the profile of what you are looking for in a long-term relationship. Dating is the getting the data. I'm getting the information. It is a phase when a person who is of interest, right, has to prove to you that they are worthy of being with you. It is showing their character. It is understanding what their moral values are. It's really getting to see the person and evaluate in them. It's kind of putting them through what we call the RAP. RAP is the relationship appraisal process. In one of our book, Dating and Courting with Godly Purpose, we talk about learning how to RAP. RAP is the relationship appraisal process. Learning how to put someone through the appraisal process will give you the ammunition and give you the information that you need in order for you to make a conscious decision whether the person is right for you or not. Now, if you're dating someone and while dating, they cheat on you, I believe 1,000% that they will cheat on you if you marry them. And here's the reason why. Dating is the phase when you're supposed to be impressing the person of interest. Dating and courting is the phase that you're supposed to display who you are. Remember, you're going to spend the rest of your life with this person. And so if they cheat on you while you're dating them, if you get married to that person, you're basically signing an endorsement that you are okay with them cheating on you. That's just my personal opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just me. Now, I'm not talking about you being in a marriage and things are going well, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in a situation where you cheat on your spouse. And we're going to talk about that later down in this video. But in terms of dating, once a person shows you who they are, you need to believe them. Because if you marry a person that's cheating on you, not once, not twice while you were dating them, basically when you get married to them and you do it, they're going to say to you, well, you know I was like that and you still marry me. They're going to basically say, you are endorsing this behavior. They will remind you that they did it before. Why did you marry me if you know that I was cheating? So in a situation like this, a cheater that cheats on you during the dating phase is not the kind of person that you want to go into marriage with. That's just my honest opinion. And number two, you have the serial cheater. Now, this is the kind of person that's been cheating all their God-forsaken life. I mean, they are serial cheater. And serial cheaters do exist, but they tend to do so for reasons that have more to do with their personality than their circumstances. I don't know, maybe they are turned on by dishonesty. I don't know. They have an inability to commit to monogamy. Their will, emotion, their thought process, their soul, their sexual, everything is enslaved with the idea of this lifestyle, that I have to do it. It is said that these folks, these kind of people, have an attachment disorder or narcissism. Narcissists are characterized as selfish yet very charming, very mesmerizing, captivating, charismatic. So while they may seem to have your best interest at heart, they are likely just thinking about themselves. I mean, yeah, that's what they're doing. And affair may seem like no big deal to a narcissist. No big deal to a man that is cheating, a woman that is cheating. Their need for attention and admiration is never ending. When it comes to those with attachment disorder, there is nothing you can do that can make them stay faithful. You can have sex every night of the week and twice a night on the weekend, and they will still find a reason to cheat on you. And they probably will blame you for cheating. That person is a serial cheater, and that's not a person who is ever going to stop cheating. And then you have the third, which I call the circumstances cheater. Now, we're not promoting it. We're not endorsing it. It is wrong, but these are not the people that live a lifestyle of cheating. This group of cheaters are people that has been faithful in the marriage. They have good marriage. They start out good. They have never been cheaters before marriage. They were always showing up at home and being a good husband, a good wife. They've always been good to their spouse, good to their family, good to their children. But they find themselves in these situations because of friendship that they have developed with the opposite sex that now compromise their character and their integrity in the marriage. These are the people that we're talking about. It may be a co-worker. It could be somebody that they're working on a project with. They get too close with someone and they start to share personal information with them. They start to become very flirtatious, and the jokes and the text messages becomes very personal. And then the situation becomes so sexually charged that they start now to develop feelings for each other. Yes. However, they still do have control. They don't have to go through with it, but they are enjoying it because it starts to bring more sexual urges and desire towards this person. And the more they feed, the more it grows. The more it grows is the more they cannot control their feelings, and they end up having an affair. Yeah, these are the ones that we're talking about. Now, there are people who have an affair and cannot live with the guilt of what they did. These are the people that will change their ways and their behavior. We have worked with couples who have experienced this. People who say that a cheater will always be a cheater or cannot change have never felt the awful guilt that comes when you realize that you have made a terrible mistake by having a one-night stand, or a terrible mistake by having a full-blown affair. You know, couples have told us that they can't function on their job. They cannot sleep at night. They're falling apart. They're driving home and they don't know how they get home. They go to bed at night and they're staring at the ceiling, wishing there was something that they could do to take back the hurt, the scars, the pain that they have inflicted on their partners. These kind of cheaters wish they were not self-righteous in their judgment. They will do anything to prevent this from happening again. They genuinely regret what they did. A lot of these cheaters end up ending the relationship with this person. They stop the extramarital affair. They stop the affair. Many couples decided to work through it, and then there are many that decided to get a divorce. These are very painful. We're not endorsing this, but we're telling you the difference between a person that is always cheating and a person that wants to really fix what they did wrong. Then the question is, how do you know if they change? Now, it's relatively simple to know if these type of Cheaters really change and won't do it again. And here are a few ways you can know. Number one, they take full responsibility for what they did. The betrayer must take responsibility for what happened. A cheater must first admit that they are cheating, that they are a cheater. Yes, they must take full responsibility for doing it. You're not going to blame your spouse. You're not going to blame the devil. You're not going to blame nobody. You're going to take responsibility for it. That is the first way you can know if a cheater is willing to change. Usually after a lot of individual counseling, a lot of couple therapy, they tend to stay faithful. They tend to show a genuineness that they want to change. More than that, they need to acknowledge what caused the breakdown within their relationship and understand what factors pushed them to cheat, what pushed them to do it, what was the cause and what was the effect, what made you do it. And don't blame your spouse and don't blame the devil. What were the reasons? And how will you confront those issues so that you don't do this again? That's when you know that a person is willing to change and not be a cheater, always a cheater. Number two, they are patient with the healing process. They will do anything in their power to never do it again. They know what they did is wrong. It's devastating to their spouse. The pain, the trauma, the frustration, the anger. It's challenging to handle the whole situation. They are committed to seeing this through with their spouse. They know what they did is wrong. And they give their spouse all the time they need to go through the healing process. They work through it with their spouse. They're going to therapy with them. They're dealing with it on a personal level, on an individual level, and then they're dealing with as a couple, working through it. They will do anything to prove to their spouse that they are not that person anymore. And of course, the spouse is going to throw it back in their face, but they are man enough or they're woman enough to take it and heal and grow through the pain and the anguish in order to be better. They are not in any rush to get back to their normal marriage because they know that it's not going to ever be normal again. They will learn to love again. They're going to figure out how to love each other again. They're going to figure out how to become one in the marriage again. Number three, this person that don't want to cheat again have total transparency. They give their spouse total access to their lives. No more secrecy. Their lives is now an open book. All social media pages, cell phone, computer passwords are now available. That person will try to take away all insecurity that their spouse would feel about them. Absolutely. They will let their spouse know if they are running late, if they're stuck in traffic. And I know you may be saying, man, this is a whole lot. This is much. Well, let me say this to you. To whom much is given, much is required. And this is the consequences that you have to deal with when you stepped out of the marriage and break the trust in the relationship. Number four, a person that don't want to cheat again will always have a closer relationship with God. I believe that 100%. That you have got to know that it was not the next woman that's going to fulfill your life. It's not the next woman that's going to make you whole. It's you understanding who you are, and your spiritual relationship with God is a key part of becoming and living a lifestyle that is pleasing in the sight of God and to your spouse. If you are a believer and this happened to your marriage, this can bring your spouse and you closer to God. I've seen it happen over and over again. The cheating spouse realized that the extramarital affair was not the answer. It was not what was lacking in their lives. What was lacking is their stronger relationship with God. I've often said that there's an emptiness inside of us that only God can fill. Side chick, side bae, money, fame, nothing can fill that void. They begin to realize that a lot of what happened is because they did not have a strong spiritual bond in the marriage. Because see, the closer you get to God, the closer you get to your spouse. Spiritual intimacy is a key to a successful marriage. You're not going to do too well without it because you need that part of your life to be right. You realize that only God can fulfill your need. Money, marriage, those are temporary. There is a spiritual void that can only be filled with God. Number 5, a stronger marriage. When the offender is hit with the reality that they can lose everything, their marriage, their family, monetary loss, mental and emotional and physical anguish, the shame of what happens, most times there's a switch that turns on in their mind, in their brain. And so many couples have built a stronger marriage after infidelity. We have seen couples that have done this. We have worked with couples that their marriage are stronger after infidelity. Now, we have heard spouse said that infidelity saved their marriage. Well, I will say this. I want to caution anyone who think that your marriage will survive it. It might not survive infidelity. You may not be so lucky after all. It is in your best interest. It is in your power not to let this be your reality. A lot of you will not be able to rewrite the next chapter of your marriage. Maybe you will be writing that divorce paper. Many couples learn how to love intentionally after infidelity. They get rid of all the flaws and the unrealistic expectations about love and marriage and begin to surrender to the real nature of love, the real attributes and character of love. They stop doing the Hollywood kind of love, the fake romantic love kind of thing that they see all over social media. And they really surrender their lives to the Lord and get to love their spouse from a higher level of consciousness. They learn how to enjoy each other's sexuality. Matter of fact, their sex life is much better. The money that they were investing in, hanging out with other women, hanging out with other men, now they invest it into their marriage. And they realize that the same experience that they were having can be duplicated or replicated in the marriage. It's amazing when you put your mind into it, how you can change the trajectory of your marriage and your future. Oh, yes, you can. Absolutely. Now, what is the takeaway in this video? See, the dismissive mantra of once a cheater, always a cheater distorts a person's ability to see their partner as imperfect, forgivable, and a human being. This assumption makes it very hard for a couple to rebuild trust for the individuals on the receiving end of the betrayal to trust again. If both partners approach the problems with an open mind, it's possible, ladies and gentlemen, for a relationship to heal and move past infidelity. Yes, we have seen it firsthand with many couples. Through vitalized commitment and effort, you can move on and experience a stronger relationship, a stronger bond. Because what didn't break you will make you stronger. That's why our ministry, that's why it's not easily broken. The knot, the blue and the white is the wife. The black is the husband. The gap between the two of you are all the things that cause division, infidelity, trust issue, financial issue, lack of intimacy, lack of communication, lack of empathy. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But the moment you get rid of all those things and the two of you come together, your bond is not easily broken. And see, the weight and the frustration and the burden, issues that try to separate you, you begin to realize that it's what makes you stronger. Because if it didn't break you, if it didn't kill you, you can recover from it and you can become stronger. But again, guys, it's not always easy. Your marriage is not easily broken, but it takes two people that are committed to working together. That's why the Bible said that the cord of 3 strands are not easily broken. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 12. And that, my friend, is the power of unity, is the power of oneness, is the power of coming together. And so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this video. I hope and trust that you were blessed by the content that I share in this video. If this video adds some value to you, then please like this video, share this video, and if you have not hit that subscribe button, I mean, come on now. What are you guys waiting for? Please subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I cannot wait to see you very soon. God bless you.